It's a strange thing to take the incinerated bones of your daughter and go pick them up in a cardboard box and take them to a creek and dump them in the water. It's also a very strange thing to work really hard for something to make it better, and it slowly be a thing that you don't believe in anymore. You wonder if the people who want you working on it even believe in it anymore. So I lost my daughter in May of 2014, or I'm sorry, May of 2015, and here I was in February of 2019, and I had another little girl that was coming into the world, and I was working a job, and I was running a multi-million-dollar company, and I'd really become quite the businessman, you know. I was running this company, and was just... I had a going joke at the time, and I would tell people that I worked at a dentist's office because it was like pulling teeth around there to get anything done. And everybody always laughed, but I was completely miserable. I guess I was laughing to keep from crying, which is something my dad and mom always tried to help me do. Taught me to do that. Sometimes it helps. Sometimes you just feel insane. Here I was, Beatrice Louise, coming into the world, and I sat there almost unable to focus on my daughter being born. And having lost my other daughter, she was born, 20 weeks early, so she couldn't sustain life. Penelope Jane was her name. You can't get too close. Her having been born too early to sustain life, this whole idea of birth, this kind of revelation hit me of like what a critical exchange it is when someone's born. If you're born too soon, your lungs are not capable of breathing air. If you're born too late, you'll die. You got to come out, and once you come out, there's no going back. And that really began to kind of blow my mind. Oh, that's the song. Surrounded by water, and that's a baby in the womb. Put here by Father. Who do you think puts the baby there? Really, this song was it was a completely different song. It was called Time to Breathe. And it was slow, and I went to record it, and I hated it. It was too slow. It just drug on, and I felt like the message was so good, it didn't need, to be slow and mournful. It needed to be alive and kicking, and it all just, so I literally was at the studio recording. I had not got very far into this song, and I just started to get really frustrated. So after a couple of hours of trying to track this really delicate guitar part and vocal, I was just like, man, forget this. I ripped the cord out of the wall. I went home, told Amber, I said, I hate the stinking song. I love the message, but I hate the song. And I was just like, I'm doing everything else on the album different than I normally would. Why not do this different? So I sped it up and started changing the chords and started singing it different, started rewriting the lyrics. And so that's why I'm struggling even telling you the lyrics back right. But yeah, that's what Alive and Kicking is about. So surrounded by water, put here by Father. The place that I'm living in, it isn't permanent. It's bound to end sometime. Just a few months back, this kind of change would have killed me. But now I know, the truth be told, that it's what's keeping me alive. So that's what it's about. It's about being born and trusting the timing of your birth. That if you would have, even if you're like literally going through hell, that like you're there because you're ready. Trust it.